find out something.
All right.
How many years have you all joined Toastmaster? 1 year? 2 years? 2 years and above? 2 years and above? 10 years all included?
2 years and above.
2 years and above? 5 years?
2 years and above.
Now 5 years and above? 5 years and above? 10 years and above? Who over here will not put out their hand no matter what I say? Okay, right. With this, my first question to you is, what do you desire? What do you need? What is that need when you first join Toastmaster? Why do you join Toastmaster?
Need for fame.
Need for fame. I believe that all of us join, there's a reason. Because we feel that there is something that we need to improve on. We have a void to need to be filled. So far, this is the system we have been implementing, and I feel that this is one system that can help each and every one of us within a club to fill that void, to fill that need. So this is how we do it. So first of all, we start off by telling the whole club, we are having this mentoring system, having this mentoring program in place. How do you do it? Toastmaster International have their module. What module is that? From Successful Club series, mentoring. So start off by presenting it to the club. Toastmasters Club have a mentoring program. Once you have done that, in our club, once we have done that, we send out the form, like the one you have filled this morning, members interest survey, as well as members profile. And along with it also, we have another extra form to go with it, which is the mentors interest survey. So we have 3 forms being sent out. Why do we send out these 3 forms? Is for the next step. Because if we don't have all this information, we cannot assign, or rather we don't even know who wants to be mentor and who wants to be mentee. So from this mentor interest survey, there are 2 boxes where they can fill up. One is, I am a new member, I want to have a mentor mentor me. And I am an experienced member, I like to be a mentor to new members. So as John had mentioned just now, we are so fortunate that we have 14 people say that they want to be mentor out of over 20 people. So from that, and as well as the interest survey form, after getting from about 20 members, 20 plus members, I get the form. Because in this case, I'm implementing it, so I'm the one who looked through the form in the first place. And I went to become the matchmaker lah. So I matched them mentor to mentee in the first place. So after all this has been done, mentor help the mentee, and then we will have, after that we have our installation night. I think Sam was with us. He will know that on that night we have announced who are the mentor and mentee pair. And of course these days, what is the next best thing to do when, of course not 100% of the people turn up during an event, isn't it? So we send out the list through internet. So all of our members are informed. We have this, who is our mentor and who is their assigned mentee. And as for how do I assign the mentor and mentee pairing, that depending on interest, age, and I know most of my members, I've been in the club for a while, more of the antique around. So, not antique yet, don't look like antique, but I've been in there for about 5-6 years. So I know most of the members, so I more or less can matchmake them to the right people.
Voila.
And after setting up all this, we also set up a mentoring council consisting of 6 persons, as John had mentioned. Each of us take up different roles. For example, John had done all the manuals here. So anyone on advanced wants to know about advanced communicator can refer to him. Anyone who wants to go for contests, refer to Steven. I've been judging for a while, so anyone who have anything to ask about judging can come to me. And I do a lot of club visits, so any club members who want to do extra visit, I'll be able to show them these are some of the clubs that they might want to have some, they might want to pay a visit to. So these are depends on the role. All of us take up different different kind of role. This is on top of the mentor and mentee pairing itself. But of course, the mentor and mentee pairing have to do what John had mentioned this whole day. If not, it will not work. So after all these people have been assigned, right? We have assigned this to that people. What else do we need to do? We need to, in all the companies we work in, there is no all the ISO system and all that. What do they have if something goes wrong? Say. Hey, in Toastmaster cannot say like that. You do cleansing. Flush. Now, you try to, that is the last minute, last resort. Before reaching that last resort, there are things to be done. Bail out. Corrective and preventive action. Kappa. So how do you do that? I call up the mentor and mentee pairing to talk to them, see if there's any issue between any of them. Usually the issues will either be their personality or it's time issue. Time is like, have your mentor call you? 3 months already, no one ever did. Or rather, have your mentee ever contacted you? No, never. So these are the things that I'll talk to them to this one. And then at times, have you met up with your mentee yet after the meeting or anything? If they say no, then you know something is not right. That they should be meeting up, have contact with each other. At the very least, phone call will suffice. Or phone calls or emails. And on top of that, what else? Personality, that one chemistry cannot mix, oil and water cannot be helped out. The one, they need to be changed, have to be changed. In other cases, like members have left the club and the mentor has left the club. So I have to assign new mentor to the mentee. That sort of thing that have to be adjusted. And so after all that have been done, we'll be implementing the new things as John had mentioned. The forms have to be sent out to the members for them to fill, because before this, I believe that most of us don't know what is heads to tails. And being a mentor and what is being a mentee all about. So we are going to move on that further from today onwards. And to me, mentoring and mentee system is always for you, for each and every one of us. It's for our benefit. But of course, yes, it will in turn help the club, DCP goal, all that will come. But ultimately, if we are to do this system, mentor our new members, and in time, mentee become the mentor, it will be continuous. And who will gain the most out of this? Each and everyone here who have participated. So, in order for that to happen, we will pass it on and have the new members becoming the mentors. Sorry. So with that, is there any question Q&A?
Good. I want to add something first, yeah?
Yes.
Because he has called the mentor-mentee, right? It's the same as in corporate environment. When you have a mentor-mentee, 2 issues will have to be tackled. One is time, right? More so is a social contract, not a professional contract. The time not allocated for a good working relationship. Second, value system, personality different, this have to be resolved. And when this resolved, he would continue to call them once a month. That's why this morning I said, if you remember, I said the system is implemented, but the headache starts now. So now is a headache. But since Kok Sam got quite a big head, so so he has to call every month, because as the advisor, I told him, he agreed. Because if you don't keep track with people, it is not useful to have a mentoring system, whether corporate or non-corporate, right? So on that score, you have a question?
I have 2 questions.
Yep.
Firstly is, after each mentoring a section for both of them, do they ever write feedback? Is there evaluation form, like how would the mentee feel? You will write it down, and what will the mentor feel?
Okay, what do you mean is when a speech is being done in the club, is it?
No, it's on the mentoring itself.
Like before she goes to perform her speech, she needs to meet up with the mentor, practice in front of them, or craft the speech, right?
Right?
So after all this has been done, do they like write their evaluation on paper? And then, so that both of them
Answer
will.
that?
Yeah.
This morning I told him certain question I would answer.
Yeah.
Not because I can twist and turn. Not because of education. Now that is not implemented. What I think what he meant is after a mentor-mentee session, what's the feedback of the mentee?
Feedback of mentee to the mentor.
Now that is something that will be considered to implement.
And if you're talking about mentoring itself, as in if it's before a speech, it's advisable to do it, have it three evaluations. How does it happen to have three? Is that one before the pairing, before the mentee gives the speech, have a round of if the mentee and the mentor at the time, it will be best if they can meet up and do a practice session. If the time does not allow, at the very least, send the script to the mentor. Mentor can look through it and give pointers from that. And then how the second evaluation will be during the meeting itself. We'll try to have, in our club, we'll try to have another evaluator instead of the mentor as the evaluator for the speaker. And then mentor, of course, will be around when the mentee gives the speech. And then after that, you have a post-mortem. After the speech, the mentor get back to the mentee. What can be further improved?
If I may add, it comes back to here because we are still in the process of implementing system and processes. More forms, more format would be implemented. So every mentor practices the same system process. Instead of every mentor own style of doing things. When every mentor own style of doing things, you end up project. Right? So we have similar format, and then the KPI can be met, and feedback will be consistent. So yes.
Kosam, how long does the mentor stays with the mentee? Is there a time period for the
In
mentor?
terms of months or days?
I don't know. Say, for example, when my club was chartered and I joined, of course, a mentor was assigned to me. But during the first 2 years, I was very inactive. Luckily, I was not flushed out. So I still have a mentor, but I'm not sure whether, like in the TI, is there a time period for a mentor that's been assigned to a mentee?
Okay, allow me to answer that for a simple reason. Because I did a lot of research the last few months, just so that I know the standard. If you look at the Successful Club series, there's that document, the actual one, because it's adapted, the mentor and the mentee relationship is not a permanent one. Why it's not permanent? Tell me. Social. Huh? Not only that, why it's not permanent? Why?
Because the mentee
No
outgrew the
money
mentor.
involved.
Possible. When it comes back
No
to
cash.
the terminology that we used this morning, the scope of mentoring. Once the scope of mentoring is fulfilled, is the end of that mentor-mentee pairing. So that's what we mean. The relationship is not permanent. But having said that, every year we're supposed to do a new mentor profile update, and then if the mentor continue, the scope of mentoring not fulfilled. If it's fulfilled, can the same mentor do more than that? If can, then continue with that. If not, replace. That's what TI recommends.